I am making palmnut soup. First thing we're going to do is to boil this palm nut. Add some water, enough to cover the palm nut. Turn on the cooker and we'll start cooking. While the palm nut is boiling, I will start by blending my spices. So the first one I have here is the alligator pepper pod. Now this is dried osogi or dried alligator pepper. Now for the Orioma is very different. This is what the seed looks like. So today both of this is going into my soup. I'll add my alligator pepper, then the Orioma seeds. Not forgetting, if you know the English name for Orioma, please let us know. If you know this pod, this particular pod, by any other name in your language or dialect, please let us know what you call it, okay? I really want to know because a lot of people ask me and the only name I know of it is Orioma. So that goes in as well. So our next is my crayfish. So I'm going to blend all of it together. Okay, so this is ready. Because I'm not using meat for this recipe, I'm using catfish. I always like to put my onions in my soup because we grew up using onions. Okay, so I'm going to be using half bulb of onions. I'll slice it into this dry meal. I have one osensuka left in my pantry, so I'm going to be using it because I love the aroma. So for some of you who are thinking or wondering why the uda is not going into the blender, if you follow me for years, I've been saying it. Where I come from, we don't blend uda. We open the pods, remove the seeds, and throw the pods into the soup, and that's exactly how I'll be cooking with it again today. Okay, so I'll blend this one. All right, so this is ready. Now, what am I going to do next? My palm nut is ready. So I'm just going to quickly scoop it out and bring out the palm nut extract. Just before I start pounding my palm nut, I'm going to add some hot water to this mangala fish. Now this is for the pressing things in this soup. Salt to that hot water. I'll allow it soak a bit before I remove the bone. To save my yellow cloth, I have to wear apron because we are talking about palm nuts here. Everything is red and yellow. When pounding palm nuts, you are not looking to smash the nuts or the kernel. No. What you are doing is pounding in a way as if you are just kneading it to smash the flesh. Just like this. This is what you are going for. This is what you are getting. You're just smashing the flesh out of the nuts. I'm going to pour some warm water on it now. I'm going to use my hands and squeeze. Still pretty hot. So I'll squeeze out the skin to get the oil out. You might have to do this like twice to get all the oil or the juice out. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take this back into my mortar and get some more juice or oil out from it. So this is clean now. So right now it's called the shaft. Nothing in palm kernel or palm nuts that actually goes to waste. You see this shaft now, the skin, which has now turned to shaft. This can be used as fuel for cooking. This is good. I pour in here. And trust me, our soup is almost ready, and I will pour it into my native pot and to begin to cook. Now, while that is cooking, I will just bring back my mangala fish and debone it. Clean, debone it. This is not like my normal catfish I buy that are oven roasted or oven baked. This one was done near the riverside, cooked by smoking, and I need to clean all that out. So my palm nut extract has come to a boil, and I will just begin to add the dry fish. The next thing that will go in will be my snails. That looks good already. Very lovely already. Okay, so but it's not ending here. I'm going to add my spice. I have the Orioma seeds, the alligator pepper, onions, and 1 seed of yellow habanero pepper. There's also crayfish in it here. The next spice I'm supposed to put is my Uda pods. Now the Uda has got a very fantastic aroma and it's very medicinal too. Very, very medicinal. And unlike other people, some other tribes, they get to blend it and put everything in it. We don't blend, we throw the pods in it. It's boiling. We also have the Osumada. Some other people call it Banga stick. So, but I don't want to call it Banga stick because where I come from, we use it for various type of soups. So I'm just going to rinse it and add it into my soup. It can be reused. You don't leave it in the soup. Once the soup is ready, you take it out, rinse it, and keep it for another soup. So I'll throw it in. Once the soup is ready, I'm going to fish it out and either discard or rinse with warm water to use for another time. We also have a special soup called Osumada, where I come from, where you can just use the stick to make soup. So I'll be showing you that next time, okay? I'll be adding some Cameroon pepper for actual heat. Pepper to your taste. So I'm going to stir on that. Time for our scent leaves. I love to add scent leaves to my Banga soup. Just like I treat all my vegetables, I'm also going to be adding salt to this to clean it. So that oil has come up a bit, so I'm going to add my fish now. This pot is small, so I won't be adding all the fish, and I'll not be adding the head as well. So this one I'm adding is just fine. So I'm going to add some salt to that soup now, and my seasoning powder. So I'm going to turn the soup now with the fish. So this is good. And I'll taste too. Fantastic! This is so good. So just allow this fish cook, and I'll be adding my scent leaves next. So I'll slice. Now, for my Delta South, is that Delta South? Those from Warri Saple area, whenever they make their own Banga soup or Palmnut soup, they like to end it with Beletientien. Where I come from, we don't use Beletientien a lot, but because we actually mix these days, everybody cooks, everybody's thing, Beletientien, you find it in some of our Palmnut soup. But traditionally, we usually don't use Beletientien, we use scent leaves instead. So my scent leaf is here. This is good. And next is my swallow. I love to use akpu for it, but I'm not making akpu today. You can use pounded yam, you can use starch, you can use semo. So, semo for me today. So now that my fish is in here and the pot is tight, I have to be very careful so that it doesn't break. So I think this is just okay. 3 minutes, 5 minutes, the soup is ready. Short, I can actually tell you that this soup done. So, oh! It's so nice. Like really nice. This soup done, but I'm not going to be turning it off yet. I'm just going to set it on low heat so it cooks slowly while I get my semo ready. Alright guys, I always tell you that my semo is always 101% fantastic. Feels like pounded yam. Looks so good. It's time to eat. Food done. Now it's time to eat, and my soup is very, very tasty, like extremely tasty. I used 2 beautiful spices. This is my Uda pod. We also do not allow the Uda pod stay so long in the soup, so I'll be removing the Uda pod as well. It has given out that it's beautiful aroma. The Osumada stick too, I will remove it. Okay, so but now it's time to eat. Tasty. That's absolutely tasty. This is good. Fantastic. This is so lovely and so yum. My okoko. Fantastic. Catfish. Lovely. Very lovely.
If you like this video, please give me a thumb up, share and comment. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do click on the subscribe button and notification bell to enjoy more of my recipes.